Louise, I hope you're well. I'm back today with a Q&A. On the 15th of May, actually, I put a thing up on my Instagram and Facebook saying, like, should I do another Q&A video? Is it too soon? Are you bothered? That kind of thing. And I had a couple of questions, so I thought I would go through with doing this video. It's taken me a long while to actually get around to recording it because I've been sick, and the whole month of May has just been crazy. I've got painty hands. I've been painting today. Today is a work day, so I'm like cracking through stuff. Yes, can you see the cut on my nose? Oh, I had an accident with a broken glass. Not fun. Okay, so thank you to everyone who answered me a question. I will crack on now before this video becomes too long, but my videos are always long, so you know. I've got my computer just there so I can see all your questions. Put me on in the background, journal or whatever. There's going to be nothing for you to see other than this face talking. It's hot today, so vest on. So yeah, do your funky thing. Pretend I'm a podcast. Put me on in the background while you do your ironing or your cooking or what have you. So I'll just crack on then. Where do you get your inspiration from? Okay, so everywhere, anything and everything. I get my inspiration from like the world around me. I draw quite a lot on the sky. I'm really into stuff about the sky. I love stars and moons and clouds. I always have done rainbows, rain. I always have done. Ever since a child, I've always been into those things. And in the 90s, I don't know, maybe you remember it in the 90s, sun, moon, stars, that was like a massive thing in the 90s. And I had like the whole bedroom duvet set and curtains and all that matching. But yeah, the sky, I do get a lot of inspiration from the sky. My brain just seems to come up with like weird and whimsical things, and now I have a small child that kind of like gets fueled by her as well. You know, children are very good at coming up with their imagination and things, and I very often like bounce my ideas off her. I sort of say like, you know, oh, I'm thinking of doing this, what do you think? And she'll be like, nah. So yeah, I try and like keep my eyes open wherever I go. I will see like different colour palettes that will take my fancy, and I'll use my phone and I'll take a photo of that colour palette and then maybe use it for something further down the line. And I mean like I did this in a vlog a little while ago. Like my daughter was playing with some beads and there was like a cluster of beads together, and I was like, that's a really nice colour palette. So I saved it. Or you know, like there'll be a set of pens lying together and I'll be like, oh, that's quite a nice colourway. Or some tiles, and like patterns. I like finding patterns in nature, like tree barks or rust or something like that. So I kind of just find my inspiration anywhere and everywhere, really. Though I would say that you just need to be open to finding it, be receptive, like when you see it, be like, ah, thank you. And I know that sounds like hippy trippy, but like the more you look for inspiration, the more you'll find it. The more you try and come up with it, the more you'll have it, if you see what I mean. What are you most looking forward to this summer? Okay, this summer. I'm not massively a summer person. I'm definitely a spring and autumn kind of girl. I suppose we're in summer now, are we? We're in summer. So assuming that we're in summer now, it's June. June is summer, right? Our trip to Scotland. I'm going to the Scotland Planner event on, is it the 7th or 8th? I keep getting my days mixed up. It's on a Saturday. And then after that we're having a week in Scotland, and I'm most looking forward to that because I really like Scotland. I love our wild camping adventures in Scotland, so really looking forward to that. What art supply can you not live without right now, excluding paper and canvas? Okay, so excluding paper and canvas, the art supplies that I cannot live without are always the same: a pencil, an eraser and a black pen. I've got a few that I like. I like the Microns. I like these ones, the graphic ones, and the uni pins. Those are what I can't live without. So I'm quite a simple gal, really. I don't really buy many art supplies because I don't have the means to buy tons of art supplies. So I kind of just live with what I've got, and if I'm really lucky to be sent stuff from companies. So yeah, but that's what I can't live without. Is that a bit boring? I don't know. Okay, Emily Pencil wants to know how you organise yourself in terms of working out what to work on currently or next. Do you do it on paper still, in a planner? Do you feel overwhelmed trying to juggle everything, and if so, do you work all that out on paper? I was watching your vlog today and wondering how you manage it all. Today I wrote out a brain dump of stuff I need to do or want to do across home, family, self-employed work, and it came to 72 outstanding tasks. Okay, so yes, I use a planner. It's not as detailed as people probably think it is. My planner is mainly like appointments and things for personal life. To-dos for personal life, we don't really have that many, and I very often just crack on and get it done. There's not as much detail in my planner as you probably think there is. If you've seen any of my planner photo spreads on Instagram, they are real. That is my real everyday planner, and that is what my planner looks like. So yeah, it's not that kind of complex. I don't have that much going on, really. I do a video a month for Patreons now, and I YouTube when I can, and then the monthly collection, the Brimbles box and stuff. So there isn't that much going on, really, and I do it all in one day. I have Fridays and my work day, and then I'll do about an hour or so a night, maybe, if there's anything that I need to do, like admin, social media stuff, taking photos, listing products, that kind of stuff. I do feel overwhelmed, but I mainly feel overwhelmed not with the amount that I've got to do, but with the amount I want to do, because my brain is kind of like always on overdrive, and I'm always thinking of new collections or new products I want to make, or new illustrations, new paintings, new artwork, all that kind of stuff. But I don't have the time in which to do it all, and I'm kind of okay with that. I'm kind of at peace with that. I can only do what I can do. So the overwhelm that I feel is more of like the pressure that I put on myself. So yeah, so always in a planner. Every now and then I will sit down and like do a to-do list. I tend to, on a Friday, the first thing I do when I come to my desk here is I get a to-do list out, you know, like something like that, and I will just sit down and work out what I've got going on, what I need to do for the day. In my planner, if something pops up over the week, then I'll write that down as a to-do list. But yeah, I genuinely don't have that much like going on, if you know what I mean. Oh, and while I'm here, any chance of a video tour of your camper van and a quick chat about how you bought it and how you use it? Yes. So the camper van, we've got a couple. We've got two camper vans. We've got the old classic one and the Type 5 that we use as like, the Type 5 is actually our daily drive. We don't have another car. We use the Type 5 camper van, and it's mainly me that drives it because John works from home, and it's mainly me that drives it on a daily basis. So we had one Type 5 and it wasn't quite meeting our needs, so we found another one last April, and it was just a van. It was a builder's van, and John got company to cut the windows in it, and did that, and he got a company to put the rock and roll bed in, and everything else he did himself. It's really quite basic. It's just wooden inside. He did the insulation himself. He laid the floor himself, and then we've got the rock and roll bed, and then we just have an IKEA Kallax unit with the boxes in that we keep all our stuff. So it's very kind of basic inside, but it's perfectly suits our needs. Absolutely fine. It's got a Portaloo in it. Need a Portaloo for small children. And yeah, John just we were looking for a new van, and John just scoured like Auto Trader, just looking for the right one that met our needs. It's a long wheelbase, a mid top so that you can actually stand up in it, low mileage, within our price range, that kind of thing. So yeah, he just scoured Auto Trader until one came up, and it came up like near Huddersfield, I think it was, and so we drove up to look at it, and that was that really. And we love it. So someone else says, can you do a budget plan video? It can be before the pen. Yes, but I'm going to need more information because I don't budget plan. I have nothing to do with money. John handles all of our finances because I don't like doing it. I don't enjoy doing it. And he does like all the accounts and stuff for Mrs. Brimbles, and yeah, that's it. So I don't budget. The only thing I do like in terms of money and budgeting is sort of around Christmas time, where I write down like what I've spent on presents for who, so that I can keep track of like what I'm spending. But yeah, I don't really do anything like budget wise. So what do you want to know? I'm just gonna find the Facebook. Let's see if there's any questions on Facebook, because there weren't that many questions. Okay, so Heather says, how do you envisage living off grid? Would love to hear more about this journey. Oh dear, it's I tell you what, would love to live off grid. I don't know how. It's difficult when you live in a house, and like I'd love to live in a yurt, but that's a different kind of thing. I don't think that will ever happen. I don't know. It's a lot of it. I just try like at home to be. I don't know what I'm gonna say here. To just basically use less. I don't think we'll go off grid. I think that's not an option for us, at least now, at the moment, because unfortunately all the things to enable you to go off grid involve money, like investing in solar panels or a wind turbine. You know, we've got neighbours, so that's a wind turbine. It's not probably out of the question, but like solar panels, I'd love to have solar panels and I'd love to use them, but that's obviously involves purchasing them, and our water and things like that. You know, we don't live anywhere where we could get water, really, so like we don't have like a stream on our property or anything. We live on a housing estate in a village, so yeah, going off grid, I'd love to, but I just don't think it's gonna, like, that's gonna be a thing for us, you know. So Jill asks, where do you get your inspiration for your monthly illustrations? I've kind of answered that because that is the same kind of thing. Francis, how are you doing? How are you feeling about life, family and business? Yeah, I'm doing good, just kind of trying to settle down, really. It's been a crazy month of family and illness and appointments and family occasions and all that kind of stuff. So life at the moment is pretty good, and we're just kind of trying to settle down into our new routine of John working 4 days and me only working 1. So yeah, all good. at the moment. So that was it. That was all my questions. I had some really short Q&A this time, so there we go. Thank you to everyone who asked me a question. Bye guys.